What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matthew Shack, live here in Los Angeles. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. What's good? What's goody, man? What's happening with all you guys out there, man? Got something to talk about today, man. We got some stuff to talk about. First things first. Salute to the Unfiltered Nation. Salute to the Unfiltered fam. Salute to the Mod Squad. Salute to those goons, man. Salute to all those goons that run around in the chat. All right. Keep the likes at 50%. Last but not least, man, always, 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 always take care of me, man, who happens to be your bartender, bruh. Ain't nothing worse than somebody taking care of you and you ain't taking care of them, all right? So, what is popping with you guys out there, man? It's time for us to talk about some football today because we have several things that are going along the pike. And one of them most definitely is at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. The NFL schedule will be officially released for the 2025-2026 season. And it's just perfect that there was a formal, sneak peek into the new John Madden biopic movie that is going to be coming out on Amazon and MGM Studios, and it's going to star Nicolas Cage as John Madden, and it's going to also have Christian Bale as Al Davis. And a lot of you guys have been asking me, yesterday when it came out, Shaq, what do you think? So I'm here to give you my thoughts on this movie that's getting ready to be released, and some things you may know, some things you may not know, and how I feel about it, man. As a what? As a three ringer, 1, 2, and last believe 3 member of this fan base, as it says right here, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I mean, who better? Who better to talk about this than the three ringer, bro? Somebody who's from the soil and up there in that stadium in Oakland, and somebody who's been in his fan base since 1974. I think I am an absolute expert on this subject. Okay? So I'm definitely going to get into that. All right? But before I get started with all of that, you guys, man, hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. Hope everything is going cool. I need for you guys to run these likes up, man. We do have an announcement. All right, and I'm going to be mentioning this throughout this, throughout this telecast. We are doing a soft launch on the MatthewShackUnfiltered.com website. I need all of you guys to go to, when you get off of here, MatthewShackUnfiltered.com. All right, we are putting everything where it needs to go. The store is already there. We are now into the branding era of what we do over here. All right. Been telling you guys, I've been working on some things, man, but we finally got it. MatthewShackUnfiltered.com. I need for all you guys to go there, man, so we can get the, the search engine to be knowing what it is. All right. So you want to go check out the merch. You don't have to remember all that long stuff, the my.shopify, this, that, even though that still works. We're making it very simple. My name, unfiltered, all one word.com. So make sure you guys go check that out when this is over. All right. Now, let's get into this, man. Let's get into this situation. So I'm going to read the official, release of this film that's going to be called Madden. All right. So it says right here, Nicolas Cage will portray John Madden, the legendary football coach and sports commentator and director David O. Russell's upcoming biographical drama, Madden. And this is what David Russell, who's the director, said of Nick Cage. Nicolas Cage is one of our greatest and most original actors. Will be portraying the best of American spirit, originality, fun, and determination, which anything is possible as beloved national legend John Madden. All right. Russell said in a statement, together with the ferocious style, focus, and inspired individualism of Al Davis, owner and the underdog of the Oakland Raiders. The feature will be about joy, humanity, and genius that was John Madden in a wildly innovative, cool world of the 1970s. All right? So, just to let you guys know, man, a lot of you guys just barely found out about this. But if you know me, then you know that, number one, I'm in the entertainment business. Number two, I am a member of the Screen Actors Guild. I'm in SAG-AFTRA, okay? So I'm actually a actor as well. I've done things. I do commercials, voiceovers, all of that. So I just wanted to let you guys know this is not a surprise to me because this was formally announced that Nick Cage was going to be playing Al Davis in August of last year. But it didn't get any traction because here in Hollywood, a lot of things don't happen. Just because somebody is signed on or they're attached, what they call attached to a project, doesn't mean that that project comes out. And it could mean that it can be what they call development hell. Let's get these likes up. It could be in development hell, meaning that it's just developed and never comes out. Just to give you guys an idea how long it takes for things to come out. The movie Minecraft that's out right now, a lot of you guys may have seen it. I took my son to see it. That's a phenomenon here this year. That's 15 years in the making. This movie was supposed to be out 10 years ago. But it kept changing directors, it kept changing studios, it kept changing, budgets, and actors are on. They decide they don't want it, going to do this movie instead. So they made an announcement last year that Nick Cage was casted to be in it, but nobody took it seriously, okay? Because until you get an official statement and a picture and they're actually, in production, people don't believe it. So in regards to this role, man, you would be very surprised to understand that Nicolas Cage, and we're going to get into that, Nicolas Cage was not the first person to be thought of in this movie. When I start telling you the names that they had before him, you're going to have to think about it because a lot of people are not really feeling Nick Cage being John Madden. They don't see it. All right. So I'm about to just get into it. All right. Okay. So as of April last year, now remember, August, you have to remember that's when they announced Nick Cage. But in April of last year, it was announced that Hugh Jackman, the Wolverine was going to play John Madden. All right. With Tom Hanks playing Al Davis. Well, let's just think about that. Hugh Jackman playing John Madden and Tom Hanks playing Al Davis. See, I'm gonna flip your wig back. All right. So that was the first thing. All right. Then they were talking about before that, Will Ferrell was going to play John Madden. Now, I had heard about Will Ferrell playing John Madden back in 2023. They had been throwing that around because if you've seen the Showtime show that features John C. Reilly playing Jerry Buss, Will Ferrell was supposed to play Jerry Buss, and it went to John C. Reilly, and now they're not really friends anymore because of that. All right, so they had a falling out over that role because John C. Reilly took that role and did the two episodes with Showtime or whatever. I think it was on Showtime. And Will Ferrell really wanted to play. He really wanted to play Jerry Buss, and the director didn't feel that he should. It ruined a bunch of relationships in Hollywood. Now they don't talk anymore. Okay, so if you're expecting to see Brothers 2, it probably isn't going to happen, bro, because the homie Will Ferrell feels away about that whole way that went down. So he decided that he was going to do the John Madden thing. That didn't work. All right. So it finally locked in that it's going to be Nick Cage. If you haven't seen the pictures, we got it here as an avatar. All right. So just to let you know, man, a lot of these roles that you see people in, the people who wound up making it iconic, they weren't the first person thought about. If you think about Neo in The Matrix, of course, it just seems like, the role is perfectly casted, okay? But it was initially for Will Smith. Will Smith was supposed to play Neo, and Will Smith said that he didn't want to do it, okay? And as you can see, okay, with the Keanu Reeves, worked out well. Okay? Beverly Hills Cop, that made Eddie Murphy into a household name more than he already was supposed to go to Sylvester Stallone. It was supposed to be a totally different movie. It wasn't supposed to be a comedy. It was supposed to be an action film. He said no. He decided to do something else. Went to Eddie Murphy. So these things that you hear about, uh, you know, initially Nick Cage doesn't, you know, a lot of people don't think they could work. But I'm about to tell you why it can work and why it will work. Probably will work. I don't want to put my name on it, but I'll just say probably. All right. So here's the other people that round out the cast. All right. Like I said, Christian Bale is going to be playing Al Davis. Now, what's good about these two things is that Nick Cage is an Academy Award winner. Christian Bale is an Academy Award winner. So when you're talking about acting, adaptations, biographies, biopics, it's more about acting than the casting. Because a lot of times people get caught up in the casting. Well, why don't you just get Frank Caliendo? Frank Caliendo looks like John Madden. Frank Caliendo sounds like John Madden and all of that. But is he an actor? Is John Caliendo an actor? No, he's a comedian. Doesn't mean he couldn't do it. But who's going to put their money? Where's the money going to come from? Movie studios want things that are bankable. They want people who have names. Okay? So John Caliendo, even though he may look like John Madden, he may sound like John Madden, he might make you feel that he could be John Madden, he probably could. But what studio is going to put the money in to make the movie? They need stars. You need stars to sell films, bro. So Nick Cage and Christian Bale, that is a movie that's going to get made. That's a movie that the studios are going to cake it out. They're going to say, who do you got in it? Because that's what they care about more. They care more about who's going to be in it than they do about the story. That's why you get a lot of bad movies with good actors in it. Okay? So you have to have Nick Cage as John Madden. I mean, Nick Cage, he makes good movies, and Nick Cage makes people go and watch movies. A lot of people are going to watch this who ain't Raider fans because Nick Cage is in it. And then you got Christian Bale. So you got Batman playing Al Davis, which makes sense. I think Christian Bale gonna absolutely cook in this movie, bro. And then you got the guy who almost played Superman in Nick Cage playing John Madden, which is gonna be challenging, which is what good actors like. All right. So all of this person should have played it and not this person. Would they been able to act? You got to be able to act. You can't just freestyle. You can't just go in there and do an impression. You have to be that person. Okay? So that's what's going on with that. So we also have, rounding out the cast, you got a couple of other people, and I'll get into that. Now, is Nick Cage the right casting for this? All right? Let's get these likes up. Is he the right casting? And they said, why don't you just put Frank Caliendo in like I just said? But here's the thing. Do you guys remember Colin Farrell? Remember when Colin Farrell played the Penguin in Batman? When I first heard Colin Farrell was going to be playing the Penguin, I didn't see it. Because I'm used to seeing Danny DeVito as the Penguin. I'm used to seeing people who I considered to be more along those lines. But once they put the prosthetics on them and put the fat suit on them and do all of that, man, Colin Farrell killed it. Just like when I first heard about Heath Ledger. I'm like, Heath Ledger being the Joker? I mean, now it's sacrilegious to say it now because we all saw what he did and he's made it into an iconic role and he's no longer with us. But before that, I was like, man, Jack Nicholson was perfect. Like, get somebody who's more diabolical. Isn't that you guys' word y'all like to say? Diabolical. Heath Ledger absolutely killed it. Heath Ledger is one of the greatest Jokers of all time, bro. You got to put his name next to Jack Nicholson, Cesar Romero. You got to put Heath Ledger in there. He a top three. So let's not act like the casting's bad. Okay? All right? So we got that. Now, I'll tell you one thing that Nick Cage is going to be able to do easy, and that is John Madden's energy. Man, Nick Cage is going to be able to get the energy of John Madden, bro. They're both They're both like that, bro. Screaming and like a lot of you guys, man, are young. Y'all don't know John Madden as the coach. Okay? You don't know Madden as the coach. You never saw Madden outside of a NFL films. You don't know how he was on the sideline. You're used to seeing him with Pat Summerall in the booth, retired in there, just talking football. And you can see he's animated, but nowhere close than he was when he was the coach, bro. I'm telling you, man, John Madden as the coach was one of the most fiery, screaming, face just red like a tomato. John Madden was like 360 pounds. He was hella big. Like the John Madden that you saw on TV was a lot slimmer. He was slimmer. You know, he was still a big dude, but John Madden as the coach was big as hell. I mean, he probably was bigger than Bill Parcells in his prime. I mean, just screaming, dog. All right. Hollering I mean, you don't even understand, bro. Working the refs, looking like he about to pass out, bro. And I'm telling you, Nick Cage can do that. Nick Cage is going to get that part. Nick Cage ain't going to have no problem with that part. He going to nail that. All right. So I'm looking forward to this. Okay. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is going to pan out. All right. Let's finish up and then we're going to get to a little bit more of synopsis. Okay. So the director, just in case you guys don't know the director, David O. Russell, he's had films like The Fighter, Silver Linings Playbook, you know that movie, and a couple of other films. So he wrote the script, Madden, based on the legend's personal journey from the pinnacle of NFL coaching. So it is going to start as the Oakland Raiders head coach. It's going to start there. Then it's going to go to him with the broadcasting booth, him doing the broadcasting. And then it's going to go to EA Sports and the Madden NFL game franchise, and that kind of thing. All right. So this is a Bay Area movie for somebody like me. Somebody who's from the area represent. This is me all day. Okay? It's all going to be based on my childhood in the 70s coming up all the way up, bro. And John Madden is a Bay Area native. Okay? He's from Daly City. Okay? And he's a Bay Area bred cat. All right? He worked his way up through the ranks. Okay? He's been in Cali. All of that. Lived in Dublin. Okay? Before he passed and all of that. So, man, this is a Bay movie. This is a movie for me and all of us that grew up, all of us OGs, 3 ringers, 2 ringers, 1 ringer, and ringers, for you guys to understand the greatness of the Raiders in my Al Davis voice. This is a major television picture production with two iconic film studios, more importantly MGM Studios, which is the curators of the James Bond films. This isn't no small little rinky-dink production. This is a production that definitely has legs. All right, this is a real iconic film studio, even though Amazon is they now own MGM. Okay, but MGM Pictures, they own the James Bond franchise. So there's nothing none of these other fans could say to us, bro. Where's your movie? Okay, that when people start trying to tell me that this right here, make sure you go to MatthewShackUnfiltered.com and go get the merch, go get this Brock Bowers. Okay, when you're talking to somebody who possesses this, you don't get to tell me my team. I'm sorry, where your movie at? Do you got a movie that has 2 Academy Award winners in the roles of the owner and the coach? No. Do they got a major film studio? No. Do they got an established director? No. They're beautiful for me. I'm looking forward to this. All right. So the film also stars John Mulaney as Electronic Arts Trip Hopkins. That's the owner of the founder of EA Sports. Okay. Then you have Catherine Hahn is going to be playing John Madden's wife, Virginia Madden. And then you have Sienna Miller is going to be playing Mrs. Carol Davis. So you're also going to be seeing, you know, the dynamic of the marriages, and the wives are also in it as well. The movie does not have a release date, okay? But the movie should have more than enough to cover. Let's just talk about John Madden for some of you guys who may not know, or you guys may have forgot who he is. He led an interesting life, coached the Raiders for 10 years, putting up a 9 percentage win percentage. Okay, 759, won one Super Bowl with the team, retired early in 1979 due to health-related anxieties for flying and all of that. He's messing with his health. Inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2006. Became a broadcaster, developed an iconic member of the sport until 2009, when he retired. And then in 1988, he came out with the Madden game. All right. So the game still bears his name. Nick Cage won an Academy Award for leaving Las Vegas, and so on and so on. So, what are my thoughts? Hey, man, this is beautiful, bro. This is a perfect time for us to get the respect that we need to get. Okay, as a franchise, as a team, as a nation. Okay, this is a good movie. It's gonna be a good movie for us to have, bro, because it's reestablishing what I've always known over here, bro. These last 23 years of not winning a playoff game, these last 41 years of not winning a Super Bowl does not define the Raiders. Okay, the Raiders is 65 years old, bro. Okay, the first 20 years of our existence, man, talk about that's iconic. They're going back there. That shows that we're still relevant. That shows that we're still a pillar in this league. That shows that we're still an iconic franchise. That shows that we still have staying power. Like I just said, you're going to get 2 Academy Award winners to agree. You got to understand that. Agree and compete with all these names that you've heard of. Will Ferrell's and Tom Hanks's, who's another Academy Award winner. You know, Hugh Jackman and all these dudes wanted to play this role because they understand the greatness of the Raiders, bro. It's time. It's time for us to get back where we need to be. And for me, and for a lot of us 3 ringers and 2 ringers and 1 ringers, we already know what it is. We've never let nobody pour no gasoline on us, set us on fire, bro. We've always said the same shit. I've always walked around letting my nuts hang when it came to the Raiders. I didn't care what we did because I knew what I grew up with. This is part of who I am. I'm telling you, bro. Okay? 7 years old, I was a Raider. Okay? Now, I'm a Raider still. Okay? So there ain't nothing to talk about. And I have my victories, and this is a victory for the nation. This is a victory for the franchise. This is a victory for everything because this is a major film, bro. This is a major motion picture that it's not going to have a theatrical release. It might. I don't know because it hasn't been announced yet, but it probably won't because Amazon has their own. They might put it in a few movie theaters, but you got to remember Amazon. You guys should have Amazon Prime if you don't. And they released major films. Okay, they are a major film studio, and they'll just release it to their, to their audience. But this is a major movie, man. I don't want to hear nobody telling me, man. Where's the Chiefs movie at? Where's the Broncos movie at? Where's the Chargers movie at? Where's the Patriots movie at? Where's the Cowboys movie at? Where's the Niners movie at? Like I said, man, I can just go through all 31 teams. Where's your movie at? Oh, you got a movie? Who's in it? Who's in it, though? Do you got 2 Academy Award winners in it, bro? That's what it is. Okay? That's what it is. This is going to be a great film. Now, it's going to be a challenge for Nick Cage, bro. I don't think it's going to be a challenge for Christian Bale. When I seen the pictures, you see the picture of them holding up the ring. That ring is authentic, man. It looks exactly like the Raiders, the first ring we won. Christian Bale looked like Al Davis, bro. Christian Bale looked like Al Davis in there. Nick Cage is a big dude, but so was John Madden, though. John Madden was a big dude, too. I think Madden was 6'3". So, 6'3", 6'4". Madden was big. Madden was a tall dude. So I think Nick Cage is 6'4" or something like that. Christian Bale looked like Al Davis to me, bro. He looked like he had the look. And as far as Nick Cage, he might have to gain a little bit more weight, or maybe they'll just put more prosthetics on him or the fat suit. But he's gonna have the energy, bro. He's gonna have the energy. Okay. And I think that there's gonna be other John Madden movies. I still think that Will Ferrell is interested in them trying to him trying to do his version of it. But I'm excited for it. So that's my thoughts. My thoughts are, man, it doesn't have a release date. Oh, it did start filming in last month. So principal shooting began in Atlanta, April 23rd. So right around the draft, they started shooting it. So it's not in the can yet. It's not completed. They're in the process of filming it. So I'd say maybe later on in the year, maybe during football season, maybe Christmas, something like that. If they can get through editing and all of that stuff, they probably may have to do some reshoots. No later than next year. No later than the beginning of next year. Okay? So let me see what you guys are talking about, man. Like I said before, man, make sure you guys go to MatthewShackUnfiltered.com with a little soft launch. Go there, rummage around. We're moving things around, man. We're getting all the branding together, man, and all the other things that we plan on doing. So I definitely need you guys' support, so the algorithm will know, the Google will know that there's a new sheriff in town. All right. And let me read what you guys are talking about, man. See what's going on. See what you guys got any good questions, man. But as you can see, man, your boy's 3 ringed up, man. 3-time Super Bowl champion, Raiders. You know what I'm saying? This is my first one right here. That's the first one. This is the one John Madden has right here. This one right here, Super Bowl 11. This is it. The official logo, 11. Okay? So let me go ahead and keep it. Just let me keep it right here. Okay? So you guys can know. The other 2 of mine are on the back. Okay? Straight up. All right. So let me read you guys questions. See what's going on with you guys, man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But yeah, man, I'm excited about it. They're definitely going to make it pop. And of course, if you tip your bartender, you get yours read first. Major Raider. Salute to one of the greatest Raider fans out there. Okay, good morning. Salute to the Unfiltered Nation and the bartender. Appreciate that. AAE, very nice film, bro. Very nice. I'm very happy they don't have no scrubs in this movie, bro. There ain't no scrubs playing our legends, okay? Neither one is a slouch, okay? Nick Cage, no slouch. Christian Bale, no slouch. It's perfect. It's perfect, bro. I mean, we got some hitters, bro. We got some hitters in the lineup, man. Murderers Row. We got some hitters in the lineup, dog. You better go ahead and walk these 2. They need to go ahead and just walk Christian Bale and Nick Cage. Just go ahead and walk them 4 pitches. Just 4 pitch both of those guys and get them over there. All right, because they're definitely gonna act their asses off. We don't gotta worry about it. I mean, if you're gonna get somebody to do the job, get somebody that's an absolute assassin, okay? And those guys are gonna absolutely assassinate it. I'm looking forward to it. All right, let's see what's going on out here, man. See what's popping with you guys. All right, yeah, man. Make sure you guys go to MatthewShack.unfiltered.com. All right, straight up. Big B, what's going on, brother Tito? Salute. What's going on, brother Tito, man? I know you out there in them streets, okay, doing what it do. All right, I already know that. All right, you already know Ray Lizzle in the house. What's going on? Okay. All right, 213 Rocky in the house. What's going on? Justin Saw, what's happening? Justin Sizzle. Yeah, dog. We got our own movie. And you know what, man? People wanted this role. I don't care about what your little coworker got to say, man. Your little homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that still got streak marks in his underwears, man. We don't care about what these little dudes talking about, man. Okay, we had Hugh Jackman wanting to be in this role. We had Will Ferrell wanting to be in this role. We had Tom Hanks wanting to be in this role. Okay, I mean, come on, man. I mean, man, you got to stop hating. All right, come on, bro. You can't be us. You ain't iconic enough, dog. You may have more Super Bowls, but where your movie at? Where your film at, dog? Okay, where your production at? All right, yeah, I don't see it. I don't see nobody filming nothing about you at all. Okay, we're gonna keep it gangster. All right, keep it gangster. All right, let's get them likes up. What's happening? Okay, Justice Nick Cage is getting some hate for playing John Madden. but I like it. I think it looks similar now, but I just need to watch the movie. Well, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. People being up in arms about casting in movies is old news, bro. I mean, plenty of people were mad. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. Me, I'm a James Bond fanatic. Like that, James Bond that's one of the first things I ever loved was that. Before I even liked football. Uh, and when Daniel Craig was casted as James Bond, I was hating it. I was like, man, what in the hell are they doing? He don't even look like James Bond, bro. He's blonde. Number one, James. When has James Bond ever been blonde? He's always been a brunette. Number two, he's short. Number three, he didn't look like Bond. No, he was blue. He didn't blue eye. This I was like, man, this is not working. I was really mad, bro. I'm like, man, they about to mess it up because we had waited years. It had been like 7, 8 years between Bond films. All right. And then Pierce Brosnan was the last Bond I had. I mean, of course, Pierce Brosnan looked like Bond, act like Bond, was knocking him down like Bond, everything. I'm like, this dude is nowhere close to Pierce Brosnan, bro. This is what I was telling myself. Okay. But I'm a James Bond fanatic. So when the movie came out, I went with a little shooby dooby, and it wasn't Who's in There, because I didn't know her then. I did not know her. Matter of fact, I had just moved to LA. I think it was 2006. I didn't know my wife then. So I went to the movies with a shooby dooby, okay? Because I was like, I'm still gonna go check it out. Be mad, at least I'm with a shooby dooby. Went in there, man. That opening scene, bro. That opening scene, okay, was black and white when he was in the bathroom, and he straight murked that dude in there. After that opening scene, he was James Bond to me, man, because I had never seen a ruthless James Bond like that. To do what he did in that opening scene of Casino Royale. Go back and watch the first couple of minutes of that first scene. That's all you gotta watch. Man, they had it. First of all, it was black and white. There's never been a James Bond in black and white. I've seen them all, from Dr. No all the way up. Okay? After that, I was like, I was flat. I was like this. Oh shit. This dude is Bond, the ruthless version. I mean, after that, bro, after that opening scene in that whole movie, when I walked out of that, because I was complaining to the girl, what do you think now? I was like, I said, that MF knocked that out the park. He's a top 3 Bond. Okay, of course, man. Of course, my boy Sean Connery #1. But damn. So let's not get into whether or not somebody's casted right or not. You got to see the finished product to see. Now, if he goes in there, he stinks up the joint. He goes in there and stinks up the joint. But like I said, bro, sometimes you are caught slipping, all right, with that casting. I was like, Daniel Craig is a bad boy. And then it started getting out. Daniel Craig, a version of James Bond is unlike any Bond you've ever seen. And then people are like, yo, man, I ain't seen it yet because I heard, he don't look like him. They asked me, Shaq, I'm at the barbershop. Shaq, what you think? I'm like, hey, man, I don't care what you say, man. That dude's a top 3 Bond. They were like, what? He's only had one movie. I was like, I've seen them all, bro. That dude, tell me Daniel Craig ain't one of the greatest ever. So let's give Nick Cage a chance. And I was willing to believe that Nicolas Cage is a better actor than Daniel Craig. I'd be willing to give him a slight nod over Daniel Craig as an actor because he has that statue. So I think let these guys say what they want to say. Let's just see it first. Okay, Big B, what's going on, Big B? Yusuf was crack-a-lacking. Just as I said, Oakland Raiders on mine all day. You already know, bro. I'm from the soil. Okay, Nick Cage playing John Madden, isn't he? Yes, he is. Okay, Major Raiders in the building. All right, yeah, it was popping. Okay, I want to say to open up the season, New England. Uh, like I said, man, I mean, there's a lot of rumors going out. I mean, it's kind of already leaked. Travis Kelce is already complaining about that because he said that their opening week is going to be in Brazil against the Chargers. I mean, that's beautiful. That's beautiful that they got to travel all the way down to South America, bro, and play against a division foe. I love it. I love it. It's gonna be hot as shit down there, bro. It's gonna, man, good. I'm glad we're not doing it. I'm glad we're not going on no long excursions, bro. Okay. So yeah, there's a bit of leakage going on, man, and so we'll see. But we're definitely gonna go over it. 5 o'clock tonight, we'll be going over it. All right, definitely gonna go over it. All right. Okay. All right, man. Go get your workout on, man. Tom Hanks is a Raider fan. Yeah, Tom Hanks from Oakland. What are you talking about? Tom Hanks is from Oakland. Why you think he wanted to do it? Tom Hanks is from the soil. Okay. All right. Said Will Ferrell. Man, Will Ferrell's probably going to make his own movie. Chris Leonard, what's up? Always good. Not a fan of Cage to begin with, so don't expect much. Hey, man, a lot of people ain't fan of Cage, but at the end of the day, it's about the portrayal, bro. I mean, so maybe he'll win you over with this one. All right. Sarah K. Scott, what's going on? Sarah, what's happening? What's happening? Sarah, what's going on? Mr. G's, what's going on? Tony Dale, ATD, how you feeling, brother? How you feeling? I hope you're doing okay, bro. Send me a DM. Let me know what's going on with you. All right. Okay. Major Raider said, I'm chilling in my Raider room. That's right. That's right. Chilling, man. Doing what we do best, which is represent the shield. Hold on. Where's the shield at there? Let me put the shield back. Let me put the shield back. Yeah, man. Hey, don't it feel good to have all these championships, bro? Don't it feel good, bro? Feels good to have these two and this one on the back. It feels good, bro. Can I get my movie too? Oh yeah, this feels good. This feels real good. All right, man, straight up. Okay. I said Nicolas Cage is perfectly fine as Madden. I mean, he's the person doing it. They're already shooting it. All right, you think it's the right casting? Okay, might as well. All right, he said this low key might be the perfect role for Cage. I keep telling you the energy, bro. Have you ever seen Nick Cage on one of his rants in one of his movies, bro? He does it in every movie. He did it in what was the movie, man? Gone in 60 Seconds with Angelina Jolie. You know, and when he does his Elvis impression. Nick Cage has the energy for a John Madden, bro. And I'm telling you, a lot of you guys have never seen John Madden on the sidelines. And I'm going to definitely be scrutinizing. I'm not going to be scrutinizing it as much as him in the booth. I think that's going to be easy. Him as the video game spokesman. I don't think that's going to be hard. But any of the sideline, AE's going to attest to this. Any of the sideline scenes of him on the sidelines coaching the Raiders, he's got to be going crazy, man. He's got to be going crazy on the sidelines because you guys don't understand how crazy he was, bro. You don't understand how mad he was, swinging his arms, running, jumping around. Man, imagine a dude 360 pounds, man, trying to run after a damn, running down the sideline, screaming at a referee, bro. Like, face red as hell, bruh. Looking like he about to pass out. John Madden was not a soft cat, man, on that football field. Definitely was not. All right. Love it. All right. Love it. Sam Tanker, what's going on? Brother Tito said they picked him up and carried him and dropped him because he was. Oh, yeah. After I was watching it on TV, Brother Tito, 1977. Okay. They picked up John Madden after the Super Bowl. It was who was picking him up? It was Gene Upshaw, Hall of Famer, and Art Shell, and it was somebody else that was picking him up, maybe Dave Dalby or somebody. They picked him up. They picked John Madden up, put him on the shoulders, lifted him up. Madden is grinning, and Bill King said he looked like a slick watermelon. On the telecast, he said John Madden's out there looking like a slick watermelon because he was hella fat and his face was all puffy and he was grinning. They picked John Madden up, just to let you guys know what Brother Tito's saying. They picked him up. They tried to carry him here in LA because it was at the here in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl. That's where we won our first Super Bowl, at the Rose Bowl. They tried to walk him, dog, and they dropped him. They dropped John Madden, man. He was too heavy, man. They dropped him. They didn't drop him hard, but they was and then they had to pick. They needed more people to pick his ass up. Like, so they dropped him, had to pick his ass back up. John Madden was big as hell. Keep trying to tell you, he was almost 400 pounds. Trying to tell you guys, man. I'm trying to tell you. Okay, Brother Tito says, yeah, big man from the Bay Area, Livermore, Pleasanton. Yeah, he lived in Livermore and Pleasanton. Okay, he's from Daly City. You know. Okay, you got South San Francisco, Daly City, Frisco. Okay, he from that 415. All right, John Madden is a Bay Area guy. All right, without question. All right. Grew up with John Robinson, who was the head coach of USC Trojans. Okay, so yeah, hoping it's a good movie. Christian Bale look 95 like Al Davis. Yeah, he does. He looked like Al Davis already, bro. Go look at the picture. You know what, Sam? You know what's funny? I was looking through the internet and just trying to look at different pictures. And they had a picture superimposed of Christian Bale as Al Davis, and they had Al Davis, and they had it like together. Christian Bale looked like Al Davis, dog. Christian Bale looked like Al Davis, dog. Okay, but I was looking at. I may have to use a little bit more imagination with Nick Cage, man. He didn't look like him, but once he starts acting like him, I'll be good with it. I said, man, looking the part is not the whole thing, because you got people that look the part and they can't act their way out of paper bag. So we're gonna see. All right, funny as hell. Was it filmed in the Oakland Coliseum? No, it's not done yet. They said that principal shooting has begun in Atlanta, and a lot of times you don't shoot a movie in sequence. So just to let you know, you don't shoot a movie in sequence a lot of times. A lot of times you shoot a movie out of sequence. Very few directors shot movies in sequence. I know that Alfred Hitchcock shot his movies in sequence, meaning from page 1, he would shoot from page 1 all the way to, page 180 or 160 or whatever. Each page is pretty much a minute on a script. So, you talk about a 2-hour movie, 120 minutes or something like that, so 120 pages. But they might be shooting it out of sequence. So they're shooting in Atlanta first. Plus, California doesn't have no tax breaks either. So shoot a movie in California is a lot more expensive. So they may not even shoot it in Cali at all. They might just take some exterior shots or take some shots, some stock footage of the stadium that they might have and just use that and superimpose it. Get the licensing from the NFL. I mean, obviously, for them to use the Raider logo. See, it's sanctioned by the NFL. As you can see, Nick Cage has on the Raider logo, like this. So that means that Mark Davis signed off on it, the Raiders signed off on it, the NFL signed off on it. Any other football teams have signed off on it. EA Sports has signed off on it. CBS Sports has signed off on it. So there's a lot of signing off. So I think it's going to be a lot more detailed than you think. But I don't expect them to shoot no Coliseum at all. I don't expect it. It could happen, but I doubt it. Tito said he would come to a restaurant in Los Banos called Wool Growers. Came a lot of wood because he don't like flying. Yeah. That's what killed it for him, man. He couldn't. John Madden, the reason why he didn't like flying, man, is because he was on the football team San Luis Obispo back in the early 60s. And he got a knee injury, and he was supposed to fly with the team to go to a game, but he stayed back to rehab his knee, and everybody died on that plane crash. Everybody died on that plane crash. He did not go with the team because he was hurt, and he was the only person. All the players, coaches, cheerleaders, everybody perished. So he had survivor's remorse. I mean, just imagine, man, you could have easily got on that plane and said, okay, I'm going to come, fellas, and you would have been gone too. But he said, nah, I'm not going to go. I'm going to rehab my knee so he can get back. And then he hears the next day that everybody on the plane was in a plane crash. Everybody passed away. So he always had anxiety on those planes, bro. I mean, he had PTSD. Okay? So he said, I can't do it no more, man. Yeah. All right. You said I'm not a Raider fan, but I truly believe y'all got cheated in the Super Bowl against the Bucks. Yeah, I mean, it's more than that. Man, we've been cheated a lot. Just watch Al Davis versus the NFL. But at the end of the day, man, we have to overcome that. When you know somebody is cheating, you gotta beat them too. Okay? Gotta beat them too, dog. All right, yeah, they might have been cheating, man. We still gotta beat them. We play against the refs all the time. Beat the refs too. Okay? Like I always say, man, with the Raiders, it's not 11 on 11. Okay? It's 18 on 11. Maybe 19 if you count the guy in eye in the sky. There's 17 referees on the field. I mean, 7 referees on the field, 11 players. So it's always 18, 19 versus 11. Okay? So you better play like you're supposed to play, man. Don't drop. You can't afford to drop a pass. You can't afford to fumble the football. You can't afford to blow a coverage. You can't afford to miss a sack. Nah, man, when you us, man, you got to play perfect football. You don't, you lose. Simple as that. Okay? But I also can say this too, Junior, and I appreciate you being here. Okay, because this is not a Raider channel. This is a Matthew Shack Unfiltered channel. Trust and believe. Okay? We talk about everything. But I will say this. I won my second Super Bowl suing the NFL. When we won Super Bowl 15, and Al Davis said to Pete Rozelle, his biggest hater, when he had to give him the trophy, just win, baby. When he did that, shit, we were suing the NFL, man, to move to LA. I mean, shit, we did the hardest shit ever. We're suing the NFL, and then we win their biggest thing that year. The next day they were in federal court in LA. Nah, dog. We know how to beat everybody to win a championship. We just got to remember how to do it. All right, straight up. All right, Raiders organization, Maurice Ross, what's good? It's about time, Davis and Madden. Hell yeah, all right, it's gonna be good, bro. I'm gonna be enjoying it, dog. I'm telling you that shit now. All right, maybe we'll do a watch party. Maybe, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how I would do it, but maybe we'll do something like that. Or we're definitely gonna cover it. Okay. All right. Try to figure out how we can do it. All right. Justice I said we ain't gonna never see no movies on our rivals, especially the Chargers. Okay. Junior said Bill Walsh wrote a book that's still being read to this day. 49 HC4 Super Bowl wins, Walsh 4 on Super, however, no movie. Well, let me tell you something, Junior. Okay, that book you're talking about, I met Bill Walsh when that book came out. Okay, I was in college back in the Bay Area. Coach Walsh was the coach at Stanford. Okay, and I used to go to Barnes and Nobles. All right, those of us that's from I know Brother Tito gonna remember Brother Tito. When they used to have a on Stevens Creek Boulevard and San Tomas Expressway, they used to have a Barnes and Nobles there. So I used to go there, man, to do my homework and study because that's where all the shooby doobies would be at. Okay, I'd be in there. All right, and it just so happened when I went in there to do my studies, there was a long line. There was a whole bunch of 49er fans in there, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I go over there, man, and Bill Walsh is signing books. Now, me, I'm a football fan, bro. I'm smart enough to know my history. I'm smart enough to know Bill Walsh was an assistant coach with Al Davis under Sid Gilman back with the Los Angeles Chargers back in the days. He knows Al Davis. I said, man, I want to talk to Coach Walsh. So I grabbed a book, because you're supposed to buy a book. You're supposed to buy the book and then he signs it. But I'm Shaq. I grabbed Bill Walsh's book from somewhere else, grabbed it, stood in line. All these Niner fans stood in line, boop, 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 boop. Got up to Coach Walsh, and he said, how you doing, son? I said, hey, Coach Walsh, I'm not here to sign a book. I want to talk about Al Davis. And he said, oh, you want to talk about Al? I said, yeah. Now everybody's in line to the autograph. He said, stand right here, stand next to me. Let me finish. Let me. I'll talk to you while I'm doing this. So I'm standing there just to let you Niner fans know. Okay, my dad, all my family Niner fans. I'm standing there. Bill Walsh is at the table signing picture, talking to me. I asked a question. Yeah. Okay. All right, hold on, son. Blah 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 blah. I asked him everything I wanted to ask. I was talking to Coach Walsh for an hour, standing there. Okay, manager of the damn Barnes and Noble was mad as shit. Okay, because I'm standing there and he's like, I'm looking at you like, man, if you don't stop waving your hand at me, man. I talked to Coach Walsh about everything. I talked to him about the West Coast offense. I talked to him about Al Davis and how he got his job. I talked to him about Sid Gilman. I talked to him about the stretch offense. I talked to him about everything. Everything, bro, for an hour. You think I was just talking Raiders? No, I was talking everything. I was talking to him about scheme. I was talking to him about this. I was talking to him about that. I was talking to him about lineups. I talked to Coach Walsh for an hour, bro. Standing there, in between. Finally shook his hand. I didn't get his autograph or nothing because people were paying. I didn't want to do too much. Okay, I was getting dagger-eyed by all these people. Like, who is this guy? I didn't have no Raider stuff on because I just came from school. But, man, Coach Walsh cool as shit. And he had nothing but great things to say about Al Davis, okay? Nothing. He said if it wasn't for Al, I wouldn't be where I am now. Because the only reason, Junior, the only reason why Bill Walsh was the coach of the San Francisco 49ers is because Al Davis recommended him to the Bartolo family. So, let's understand that. So the Raiders had a lot to do with your success, just to let you know. So yeah, I know that. All right. Giovanni said Christian Bale looks exactly like Al Davis. Okay. All right. Straight up. Hey, El Burrow in the house. What's going on? What's happening? Okay. I think the Chiefs are going to travel most right. Yeah, man. The Chiefs got a long ass ride, bro. I got friends that used to go down to Brazil, bro. They tried to get me to go down there, dog. I was like, nah, man. I heard they be having them Transformers down there. Zoop, 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 zoop. I heard they had them Transformers down there, bro. Transformers, more than meets the. I'm like, nah. I'm cool. That's like an 18-hour flight down there, bro. I mean, shit, from here to London is 11 hours. From here to Paris is 12. I've done both of those. But shit, driving all the way down there? Nah, dog. Nah, that's kind of far, bro. Okay, but yeah, man. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to them having some travels. All right. Chris Leonard said Kelsey's always crying. Yeah, man, he's always upset about something. All right. Tom Hanks is from Hayward, isn't he? All right. Tom Hanks went to high school in Oakland. He went to Skyline High School. Go look where that is. Skyline High School is not in Hayward. Okay? Go look at it. Go look at it. He might have been born in Hayward. I mean, shit, The Rock was born in Hayward. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know Dwayne Johnson was born in Hayward. I mean, that doesn't mean that he wasn't raised in Oakland. Maybe that's where the hospital was at. Okay? Like I said, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, Tom Hanks is from the soil. Okay? All right, Major Raider. Okay? Feels good. Yeah. Feels good. You already know. Yeah, Art Shell. Man, if Art Shell, Dave Dolby, and Gene Upshaw can't hold you up, you don't understand. They don't understand how big he was, Tito. They don't. And for a lot of you guys that were complaining, it's just funny to me. It's just a matter of errors and what you know and what you don't know. A lot of you guys were complaining about Pete Carroll not wearing Raider gear. Oh, man, Pete needs to put on some Raider gear. You know what I said? I said, man, John Madden never wore no Raider gear, bro. John Madden wore a Raider Parker coat when it was cold. John Madden was superstitious, bro. He wore the same fit every game. He had on a blue polyester, because polyester was in, ask your granddaddy. A blue polyester polo shirt, polyester, gray polyester slacks, black Adidas cleats, with a ticket. It looked like a luggage ticket that was actually back then they didn't have lanyards and all of that. They just had a ticket that had his name on it, and he would tie that to his belt loop, and that's it. He was superstitious. He always wore the same shirt, same pants, same cleats, and that little ticket. It looked like an old a baggage claim ticket. It looks like a baggage claim ticket, and he had it on a string, and he would tie it on, and that's it. His whole 10-year career, bro. And before he started doing that, that's when he was flying around, when it really started getting bad. He would wear a cutoff Sleeves cut, short sleeve, dress shirt that was white, that had brown stripes, a brown tie, where's a Raider? And a brown tie, slacks and cleats. That's it. He didn't wear no Raider colors, bro. John Madden didn't wear none of that. He said, man, I'm getting on these planes. The last time I was on a plane, I didn't crash. I wore this. Okay? And that's what he did. All right, straight up. All right, you already know. Ted Hendricks, yeah, Ted Hendricks too. Ted Hendricks was holding him up too. Okay, Giovanni, Nick Cage resembled Madden, but he didn't come close to Christian Bale. Oh yeah, Christian Bale looks like AD. He looked like AD, though. He stood like AD. His face, I was like, hey man, Christian Bale might get him another Academy Award. Christian Bale gonna act a fool, bro. I just don't know how much they're gonna have him in it, cause it's not Al Davis's movie, it's Madden's movie. So he is, the supporting actor. The lead actor is Nick. But man, I hope they have a lot. I hope they have a lot, bro. I hope they have a lot, dog. Booty Bag, what's going on? Booty Bag, what's happening? I had no idea Madden was afraid of flying on a plane. Oh yeah, why you think he had the Madden Cruiser, bro? He's like, he didn't fly a plane again. Once he retired from the Raiders in '79, he was done. He never was on a plane the rest of his life. Never. That was it. Okay. So from 79 until he passed away in 2021, no airplanes. If he couldn't get there by his cruiser, wasn't doing it. All right, Egalitarian, what's going on? Living life, the NFL is a grudge against the Raiders. As long as I can remember, even the announcers are biased against this. You can feel the hate. Hey, man, yeah, it's true. But it comes a time, man, where you have to embrace it. You have to embrace the hate, man. It comes a time where you have to say, you know what, man? They're never going to accept me. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it in spite of you guys. I'm going to give you something to hate. I'm going to give you something to, like my mother said, you better stop crying. I'm going to give you something to really cry about. That's my attitude. My attitude is like, it's time for me to make y'all really mad, bro. Okay, there's been some time in our recent history that we've really made a lot of people mad. Just remember Christmas 2023 when we won on Christmas and we ruined their Christmas, how everybody was mad. Just remember that. Just remember the 63-21 when we beat the brains into the Chargers. That's how I was raised. I was raised to have the Steeler fans mad at me at school. I was raised to have the Cowboy fans mad at me. I was raised to have the Niner fans mad at me. That's how I was. I was always walking around. Y'all still suck. Yeah, but we whipped your ass. Yeah, man. Hey, if you're never gonna be my friend, then I'm gonna clap your girl. That's it. Not your girlfriend anymore, homie. That's our girlfriend, bro. That ain't your girl. That's our girl. Nah, dog. I mean, I'm a Raider, bro. It's good. Hate me, okay? Because I don't like you either. Let's just keep it like that. Okay? I am in the right fan base. I'm this way in real life, bro. This isn't just a social media persona. I'm really a Raider in real life. Take the shit off. I act like one. I act like somebody who's a Raider. You may not even know. You just say, oh, he's an asshole. Okay, but I put my shit on. Oh, no wonder. You know how many people have said that to me, man? They're like, man, now I understand why you the way you are. I don't understand. You're a Raider fan, especially in the Bay. You're a Raider fan. It makes sense. There's always a girl saying that. So yeah, it made sense. It made sense last night too. Okay, that's why you like a nigga. All right. So that's what it is. All right. You have to embrace the hate. If you're a Raider fan, I mean, me, I don't care. Hate me. I don't give a damn. You ain't stopping shit. Especially if we start winning, you're really going to be mad. All right. Okay. Brother Tito said Wayne Jennings was supposed to be on a plane with Buddy Holly. There's a lot of those. It's a lot of those, bro. Who else missed a plane crash? Even with Otis Redding, there was a bunch of dudes that couldn't get on the plane. They weren't able to get on a plane when it crashed. There's a bunch of other stuff. Even when Aaliyah passed, there was not enough people for some of the staff to get on the plane because of the weight of all the equipment and all of that. Um, you know, you look at the Kobe tragedy. Not everybody could fit on it. Certain people were allowed to get on that helicopter with him. So I mean, it goes on and on, man. John Madden is like, hey man, I don't ever want to be in that position again. And he did it as long as he could. 10 years to be afraid to be on an airplane flying as much as you fly into. It's a lot. Luckily for him, I think when John Madden became the head coach, there was only 12 games, which means you were only flying 6 times a year. And then later on, in the mid 70s, they went to 14 games. And then by the time he was done, I think they were getting ready to implement 16 games. So he's like, nah, man, I went from 4 to, 6 to, you know what I'm saying? To now I got to do 8. Nah, I can't do it. All right, Brother Tio said, well, Al Davis helped Greg DeBartolo versus the Niners bring him to San Francisco. Talk about this shit too. Yeah, man. When the NFL asked, as much as Pete Rozelle did not like Al Davis, hated Al Davis, he still, when it was time for something to get done, he still went to Al because he knew Al was connected. And they were, the original owners of the 49ers was trying to find a family, find somebody to buy it. And he was friends with Eddie DeBartolo's dad. I think it's Eddie DeBartolo Sr. Because he's Eddie DeBartolo Jr., yeah. So Eddie DeBartolo Sr., who owned the Pittsburgh Penguins and some other shit and some malls back in Youngstown, Ohio. And he said, hey, man, why don't you, my friend Eddie DeBartolo, you should maybe get him. And then the Bartlows, they got him in. And then the Bartlows went to Al and said, hey, can you think of a coach? He's like, yeah, my boy Bill Walsh. That's how that happened. If Al Davis was a hater, you wouldn't be where you was at. You wouldn't be where you at. So anytime a Niner fan talked to me, I'm like, well, that's like you talking crazy about my car when I co-signed on your Maybach. Like I'm the co-signer on your shit. You know what I'm saying? My owner co-signed your loan. Only reason why you're riding around in a Bugatti is because we co-signed it. Without our cosign, you're in a F-150 that's from 1962. Okay? All right. Yes, I have met Bill Walsh before. It was an honor. Honor and a privilege. All right. Okay, I'm going to go on for the schedule later. Yeah, it was great. It was dope. It was a victim of circumstance. I mean, I was there to do my homework. Okay? And he was in there signing. And I'm like, man, I'm a football fan. I played the game. Don't matter if you're a 49er or not. I got to get some intel. At Coach Walsh, we talked. He had me standing next to him, and them people was pissed off. I mean, not the people that was in line, but the people who worked there because I didn't buy nothing. There's a whole register right there. I went up to the register. I was like, nah, I'm not. Bloop. I was like, hey, Coach, I just want to talk to you about Al Davis. I'm a Raider fan. He's like, Al? You want to talk about Al? Come here, son. Stand right here. Yeah, let's do that. I was like, yeah. Didn't cost me a cent. Okay, I stood up there with Coach Walsh for an hour. He was the coach of Stanford University at that time. All right. I told him some stuff too. One of my high school teammates played with Elway at Stanford, and we were talking about Stanford, and we were talking about all of that. I really wanted to know about his philosophy and how he came up with the West Coast offense. I mean, I could tell you guys all of that, but you know what? Save that one. I mean, makes sense. Everything, I talked to him directly. Okay. I just wish I would have had it, we had camera phones and, ways to record at that time. I would have recorded it, but all right, man. Hey man, not the Transformers. More than meets the eye. Go ahead. All right. Y'all got it. Chris Leonard. Hey man, blame the traveling on the failure. I don't care what they blame it on as long as they fail. All right. Miss Patrice, what's up, Patrice? We got a movie, Patrice. We got a movie. We got a movie with 2 Academy Award winners playing John Madden and Al Davis. It's about to be barbecue chicken. It's about to be barbecue chicken, dog. I love it. Said, I think John Moore, a Raider supervisor, once in a great while. Could be mistaken. Maybe. I mean, I never seen John Madden with a hat on. I mean, if you could find the picture, maybe you could find a picture. Maybe you found one him. He had a Raider hat on. I remember back in when he first became the coach in '69, which is before my time. He took some he took some promo pictures, but I became a Raider fan in '74. So he was already a Raider coach for 5 years. Uh, you know, so anything that's before my time, I can't vouch for. But I know as a time when he was my coach, uh, when I became a fan, when I was a little boy, shit, going to those games, he had the same gear. He had on that short sleeve white shirt with the brown stripes and the brown tie, those damn gray slacks and Adidas cleats with no hat. That was it. And then after that, he started wearing the blue. And I think that was superstitious. I think that's what he had on the first time he was on the plane. He wore that and he made it there and back. And he said, I'm going to be wearing this. And he wore it the rest of his career, bro. The rest of his career, he wore the same shirt, same pants. He used to get them washed over there by Run Run Jones. Salute to Run Run Jones, who was the trainer for the Raiders for a lot of years. They called him Run Run because he would run out, small little dude, and he would give him his stuff, and he would wash John Madden's stuff, and that was his uniform that he put on every game. Now, he'd wear other clothes, but when you're putting the Raiders clothes, the Raiders uniforms, the game stuff, Run Run would be giving him his shit. Here's your shirt. Here's your cleats. Here's your gray slacks. Okay? And that's it. No hat, no beanie, no visor, no Raider logos, nothing. Period. All right? Straight up. Miss Patrice, Giovanni. Okay? If you're ever in Monterey, there's a restaurant in Cannery Road called Cafe Fina. It was John Madden's favorite restaurant. They have Madden's favorite booth commemorating him with pictures and memorabilia. Oh, man, I used to be down at Cannery Row all the time down there in Monterey. They used to have a dope-ass club upstairs. Man, four door, Giovanni, four door, bruh, four door, dog. Hey, man, I was everywhere. Carmel by the Sea, gang. I bet the food is bomb. I bet you. AP and Versace did a lot for us. They got done dirty. Yeah. Okay. All right. Bully Face at the house. Patrice, I'm so excited for this movie. Yeah, it's going to be good. Could have had a couple of bad shots. Our co-order, but Mark Davis really chose Brady over Magic. I bet you Al Davis wouldn't have did it. I bet you Al would have had Magic there. Magic used to be on the sidelines with Al Davis here in L.A. Y'all see, y'all don't understand. Y'all understand. Here in L.A., man, when the Raiders were here in L.A., bro, you would have James Garter, who played Rockford Files. He'd be on the sidelines with Al Davis. Magic would be on the sidelines with Al Davis. All them dudes, Tom Hanks, all these guys are Raider fans, bro. They old school. They Oakland Raider fans, bro. Like, all right, man. Assistant coach for Marshall when he switched the seat at the last minute. Yeah, the movie Marshall, same thing. All those people passed away. It's been cases like that. Said, I bet Mark Grady regrets signing Brady as a co-order. I don't think so. I think Mark Davis is very happy with what he did. Okay, what's going on? All right, Fidel. Shaq, with Bo Jackson and Willie Gault play together, who do you think was faster? Depends. I'm friends with Willie. Willie Gault is a friend of mine. Been to his house. I've held his Super Bowl trophy up. If you go to my Facebook page and look around all the photos, you'll see me with Willie Gault at his house holding up his Bears Super Bowl trophy like this. But Willie's a friend. I think it all depends. Different type of speed. At a 40, I think Bo was faster. At 100, I think Willie's faster. Willie was a Olympic gold medalist. Willie was going to be in the Olympic gold medal Olympic Games in 1980 as a hurdler, but we boycotted the 1980 Olympics. The Winter Olympics didn't happen. That's why you got the Winter Olympics with the USA hockey team and all of that. We didn't boycott that. But Carter Jimmy Carter boycotted those Olympics. He was going to be running the 4x4 100 meters with Carl Lewis and them. So I would say 100 yards, Willie's faster. I'd say 40, Bo is faster. Okay? So that's my answer. Both of them fast as shit. All right, straight up. All right, Lateef Cooks. I saw a post on it. Excited to see how funny think Nicolas Cage looks like Tom Flores in the picture. He does. He looks like Coach Flores. He does. But like I said, once he starts acting and you get past that, I think he'll do a good job. All right. All right. Yeah, this is huge. Humongous. Humongous. P-Dog, for him to look like Madden, he has to look like a slit watermelon. Yeah, when he smiles. Yeah, that's what Bill King said. Bill King called him a slit watermelon. Exactly. When they picked him up. Okay? I remember that. I remember hearing that on the radio. All right, Miss Patrice. Y'all got to watch it. Okay, everybody said Ford. See, Giovanni. See, they really think that us OGs is cornballs. They really think we corny, bro. But they don't understand we're far superior. Like, all this technology, you're not even scratching the surface of what we were doing. Like, they're not even. I gotta tell my nephew them all the time. I'm like, you guys are getting ran by people we wouldn't even have been talking to. we wouldn't even have been involved with you for you to do us dirty. Like, that would have been, she's a fad. Kendrick say she's a fan. We wouldn't even, you guys get caught up with women you shouldn't even be involved with. Like, huh? Nah. Hey, dog, what about that? You know, how many, Giovanni, hey, dog, yeah, she like you, bro. What you gonna do? Man, I'm not interested in that. Oh, man, you stupid, man. If I was you, yeah, go ahead. Nah, look at what I do. Look at what you do. Look at what I do. So, yeah, they don't understand, bro. They don't get it. Yeah, a lot of y'all don't know. There's a whole bunch of Raider fans running around, dog. But is it beneficial for them to say they're Raider fans when we ain't winning? Come on, bro. We ain't winning with 4-13, bro. 4-13 2 years in a row. All right, week one during the Pats. Yeah, good breakdown. Yeah, Olympic boycott in the 80s, yeah. Patrice. Okay, she's bad. Come on. No, dog. Everybody can't kick it with Shaq, bro. Everybody can't kick it with Shaq. Okay? If you guys don't know how this feels like, you act like you don't, like I don't even exist. You act like you don't even act like you like me like that. Oh, no, I don't like you like that. We're friends, but that's it. Okay? Come on, dog. Come on, man. Everybody ain't for public consumption, homie. Everybody's not for public consumption. I mean, a lot of y'all cats out there, man. I mean that. I mean, sometimes you got to let them pass by, bruh. I mean, just enjoy the view. Ain't that right, Uncle Shay Shay? Your boy Shannon Sharp was biting from the apple when he should have just been window shopping, bro. You should have just been, I am a window shopper. Ready me when you see you walk by. 50 Cent tell you. Okay. That's all it should have been. That's all it should have been. Window shopping, bro. Just saw you at the gym, dog. Window shop, bro. Hey, okay. You know that there's 14 treadmills that way. Why is she at the treadmill next to you? I mean, that's treadmill. Old lady. Why are you here? Hey. I know a trap when I see one, Giovanni. Okay, all right, Tito. Hey, all right. So, yeah, y'all got it. All right. So, all right, man, just wanted to come in and let you guys know, man, this movie, I'm very hyped up about it. I need for all you guys to go to MatthewShackUnfiltered.com. Just go over there and just take a look, man. Just put it in your browser. Take a look. You know what I'm saying? Bookmark it. That's where you can go get everything. That long URL, it works, but you don't have to use it no more. All you got to do is remember me, Matthew Shack, Unfiltered, oneword.com, and it'll take you there, bro. All right, going down. Make sure y'all pick up this, man. This Brock Bowers, bro. Go get it, man. As you can see, double-sided. I'm out here. It's windy out here, a little cold. You know, I don't like the cold, bro. A little too windy for me out here, but this is nice. I mean, I'm not freezing. It's just, hey, man, okay. Go get that. All right, man. Love all y'all, man. Matthew Shack Unfiltered. Radio.